Hey, your shock is as big as mine, man. I didn't think that we'd make a video talking about the Edmonton Oilers and the Ottawa Senators in this way, but we are talking about the captains of both of these teams and some very particular updates that were given to us over the past little while. Now, of course, if you're a fan of Canadian hockey and you just know what the captain scene is like, you know that Connor Mack is the captain of the Edmonton Oilers, and you know that Brady Tkachuk is the captain of the Ottawa Senators. Brady Tkachuk, aka Brady Tkachuk, a name that I don't think anybody really refers to the guy as, but still, it's listed out there on Elite Prospects. Today we're going over some really interesting McDavid contract talk, as well as the latest on Brady Tkachuk getting harassed by folks online. Now, we'll get to that in a second here, but for Connor McDavid, at the time of me speaking into this microphone and recording this video, the guy remains unsigned past 2025-2026. He's making $12.5 million a year. He will continue to be the highest paid player in the NHL once his next contract gets signed. He was dethroned a while ago by Nathan MacKinnon, and then Matthews, and then Draisaitl were all throwing their names into the hat. The next best contract in the NHL value-wise will be Connor McDavid once it gets signed. It's just a matter of when it's signed, what team signs it, and for how long. Now, there have been some folks going out there and speculating. 4 years seems to be a reasonable assumption for Connor Mack. He got 8 years the first time around. The team's been pretty good. They've made the finals 2 years in a row, and Connor McDavid has scored the lights out. But can they really go out there and win Lord Stanley's Grail? Can they get over the hump that is the Florida Panthers and Game 7 or Game 6 in the finals? Can they do that? It remains to be seen. Whether or not McDavid will stick around with a team that's capable of doing that also remains to be seen. But we have ourselves an article on thehockeywriters.com by Jim Parsons that dives into all the stuff that I wanted to talk about today. Firstly, in regards to Connor McDavid and the panic surrounding his contract extension, there was a post made by BR Open Ice of Frank Saravalli talking about how, in his opinion, there is no reason to panic in Edmonton, even though McDavid has yet to sign a contract extension. This was from the 12th. Who knows if Connor McDavid's contract is already signed by the time this video is uploaded, but this is what Saravalli spoke about on the program. Let's scroll down into the Hockey Writers piece. NHL insider Saravalli suggested there's no reason to panic regarding McDavid's contract extension, or lack thereof. Should people be nervous? The answer is no. Numbers have not been exchanged, and there's no fear that conversations haven't happened. Saravalli said that talks are likely to occur in the next couple of weeks, and that the moment McDavid decides to pick his head up off the pillow, the talks to take place and an extension should follow in short order. There isn't much of a negotiation here. This is about McDavid relaying what he wants to do, and the Oilers finding a way to make it work. And that, I think, is a very fair way to analyze the Connor McDavid situation. It's really just going to boil down to what he wants. If he wants 4 years, then okay, great, 4 years. If he wants 8, even better, give him 8. If he wants 2, that's where things get a little bit interesting. We have discussed the possibility of McDavid only signing a 2-year contract. That would be ridiculous, after all. If this guy were to re-up for, let's say, $19 million a year for 2 seasons and then be like, okay, yeah, well, I'm going to leave in 2028, and then we're going to go to free agency, I'll go to Toronto, and if the Oilers don't have a Stanley Cup by then, bye-bye, sayonara, that's it. Interestingly enough, some of the other replies in this BR Open Ice video were talking about, hey, bye-bye, Connor. McDavid isn't going to leave Edmonton. I just don't see it happening. Frank also thinks okay, we're not going to read this. That's a really big burn. Goodness. McDavid isn't leaving. They should panic because their defense and goaltending are trash. Doesn't seem like the type to leave when they're close. He wants a cup, and Edmonton is probably his best chance in the short term if they can figure out goaltending and get some more depth. That said, it shouldn't be an 8-year deal. Maybe 5 max, Pug Nasty says. And so, when it comes to Connor McDavid, there is a somewhat growing sentiment of concern, but I don't think it should be that big of a deal. You know what I do think should be a big deal, though? What's going over on in Ottawa with Sens captain Brady Tkachuk? Here's a video that was posted onto Greg Wyszynski's Twitter account. Do you really think I care about your parlay, quote unquote? Wyszynski has an interview here with Brady. Brady Tkachuk tells me that he changed his Venmo because so many gamblers were asking him to cover their losses. Bro, what in the world? I mean, this video went sort of viral and a lot of people went out there and replied to it, but still, let's go back over onto the hockey writers and read what Parsons wrote. In an interview with ESPN's Greg Wyszynski, Sens captain Brady Tkachuk revealed he had to change his Venmo account after fans began sending him direct payment requests to cover their gambling losses. Noting that he hasn't, nor would he ever pay a fan back for losses based on his on-ice performance, he laughed when he said, "Do you really think I care about your parlay?" Many of the requests for reimbursements were tied to prop bets, such as shots on goal. He said he's too worried about not winning games or missing opportunities to score to be worried about the addictive habits of fans who feel players are responsible for their losses. It just goes to show how delusional some fans can be and how players have to be cautious about the names they use on digital accounts. Be careful, man. Brady, going out there and talking about Venmo and parlays and everything, you don't want to be like Shane Pinto now. Very, very dangerous waters here for Ottawa Senators folks to start talking about online gambling. But when you think about Brady Tkachuk and the entire situation here, this is absolutely hilarious. I mean, the fact that folks are going out there, firstly, betting props on Brady Tkachuk, and then getting pissed off when he doesn't fulfill them and asking him, hey, can you pay me back? You didn't get the 3 shots I needed you to get. You got 2. Please give me my $100 back. Like, fans have gall, man. And I guess that, like, maybe the majority of the fans that are sending this guy Venmo requests aren't really thinking that it's going to amount to anything. Like, I strongly believe that a lot of those folks are just doing it for the memes. But the fact that Brady got so many requests that he had to change his Venmo account, that is absolute lunatic behavior, man. Like, the way that we're thinking about online gambling and folks that are spending their paychecks on these websites and stuff. Man, you know what they say? Play now, man. Know your limit. Bet within it. Is that what it is? Know your limit. Play within it. That's what it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not a gambling man myself, if you can already tell. So I unfortunately am not going out there and submitting any requests to pro hockey players to give me my money back when they don't fulfill the things that I bet them to do. But Brady Tkachuk, pretty good player. Maybe a guy that's subject to a lot of gambling and prop bets because of his hits and his shooting ability and his physical appearance. It's like, oh yeah, how many penalty minutes does this guy get in an NHL season? What's the over-under on 120? What are the odds on that? I don't know. I'm just trying to fill in the blanks here because I don't really gamble much, so I don't know what everything looks like on these books. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Connor McDavid and Frank Saravalli's commentary on the panic for McDavid and his lack of a contract extension. And what are your thoughts on Brady Tkachuk getting harassed by gambling-addicted Senators fans? Heck, maybe they're not even Senators fans. They're just fans of the app and of gambling itself. Thoughts in the comment section below about these 2 Canadian captains. I hope you enjoyed this Vidashashros 99. Article will be linked in the description as well on thehockeywriters.com. And bye.